Reality TV star and billionaire Kiddwaya is facing criticism after launching a public donation drive to support victims of the recent Benue massacre. In an emotional appeal shared via social media on June 18, 2025, Kiddwaya called on Nigerians to donate whatever they could, whether 500 or 500,000, to support families affected by the brutal attacks that claimed over 200 lives in Benue State. This is not just a Benue crisis, it's a Nigerian crisis. And now, more than ever, we need to come together as one people. At the Kiddwaya Foundation, we are mobilizing resources to provide food, shelter, and essential support to those affected. But we can't do it alone. We need your help. However, his call for public donation was met with backlash, with many accusing the BB Ninja alumni of hypocrisy due to his public display of wealth. While some commended his efforts and care, others slammed him for requesting that Nigerians assist his foundation. We'll see some of those reactions, but before then, let me get your thoughts on this particular story. So I think the reason why people find it weird is you oftentimes show yourself as somebody who is wealthy. People feel, okay, you should start this thing, you should do something. Then maybe when we have seen what you're doing, we can relate to you more. But we are not seeing anything, and you're coming to ask us for money, bro. How far now?
It's actually funny, but the truth is, when we put things on social media, social media has a way of creating impression. There are things you put online, even if you don't have the money, people perceive that you may have the money. I'm not saying Kiddwaya doesn't have money. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking from, I'm trying to create a foundation for what I want to say.
Yes.
Anything you put out on social media creates an impression on the minds of people. This is my own perspective on this whole Kiddwaya situation, because I read the memo from his foundation and all. What I looked at was, what exactly was he trying to achieve? He was trying to cater for people. Yes, he has money. People are right by saying, but you have money, why do you need our own 500 naira and all? Why do you need it? But I'm looking at the point of duty, because we're always quick to criticize and not quick to take responsibility. Here is someone trying to take risk. I think it's from Benue himself. Kiddwaya, his father is it Terry also.
Yeah.
But I think they are from Benue State. And he's trying to do something. And in as much as people may not be totally right in their manner of doing things, right? Look at what they are trying to do in the first place. He's trying to reach out. How many celebrities are reaching out? We saw Very Dark Magia that they're reaching out. Sabinus had a placard and was also saying stop the killing in Benue. Few celebrities, but how many of them are actually going there to solve the problem? Yes, there may be an issue with the fact that you are a billionaire and you flaunt wealth, and now you want us to contribute money to your foundation. So some people have that issue because we are giving the money to you. So when you're doing it, it looks like it's you that you're doing it, not the people. So I understand that particular bias, and that's valid, right? But what's the way forward? Someone is trying to do something positive, right? So the criticism should be constructive. That's what I would say. Yes. What's the better way you think he should have gone about that thing? Rather than saying, you flaunt money, you're always in a Ferrari, you're always traveling, you're living the luxury life. What should he have done better? Because that's his own reality. He feels, for me to do something about this thing, let me get people to collectively join me to do this thing. And people have issues with that. So they may have valid reasons for having issues, but he's trying to do something. So let's see how we can have a conversation around how that thing can be done better.
How do you think it can be done better? Because I remember having this conversation. This matter has been glaring on our faces, sadly, because of the events that took place here in Benue. And my guest for yesterday, Gigi, was saying that, okay, Yole Doche penned an open letter to Mr. President telling him that, okay, his government have done quite okay, but then the people are suffering because of insecurity and all that the president could do better by fixing insecurity and providing the necessary things for its citizens, that he would write his name in the hearts of Nigerians. He would write his name in gold in the hearts of Nigerians if he fixes insecurity and other things. And my guest had the opinion that, okay, y'all could actually find a way to go meet Mr. President and talk to him. He also can also go to the place, just like you mentioned, Very Dark Man went to Benue. Go to the place. There are people. You are an influencer. You could go there with things. Yeah, go there with things and start doing charitable donations. Let people see that, okay, you are tackling the issue from its roots. At least you're doing something. So when you come out to say things, it makes sense. We can resonate with you. But you've not done anything. Okay, we've seen the celebrities lend their voice, and it's good that everybody is waking up to that consciousness now. Okay, such evil is going on in Benue State, and it has to stop, because it's sad. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 10, not 50, but over 200. That's alarming. Now, Kiddwaya is coming to say, okay, my foundation wants to do this. My foundation, your foundation has not started. You are a billionaire, quote and unquote now. You flaunt money, you flaunt private jet, cars. If Kiddwaya, don't you think that if Kiddwaya had gone to Benue, where these people are, the IDP camps, if there are any at the point in time, go to those places, look for these people, meet them, let people see pictorial evidence that, okay, this guy is doing this thing. Yeah, but if you check his post, okay, from flying private jets, from showing us pictures that you are on a private jet, or you are with this celebrity drinking, you're here partying, from that you come and tell us to come and support your foundation with our little 500 naira. People would look at you as somebody who is serious, because you are not in this line. It's easy for
maybe something he has not done before.
Exactly. People, from the people's perspective now, they feel like, okay, it's easy for a Very Dark Man to come out and say, okay, my foundation wants to do this for the people in Benue State, and we will need the support of everybody. You are in this line. Now, but for him, don't you think it's rather weird to just come out all of a sudden? Now, I was having this conversation with somebody. The person said they think Kiddwaya is broke.
Okay.
That's why he's coming out now to ask people for money using this. So he's leveraging on this now to come and ask Nigerians to come and fund his expensive lifestyle. What do you think?
Okay, you know, why those arguments may be valid in their own right. Now, let's picture this. How many foundations do we know that have openly asked for donations for the Benue incident? Do we know? How many do we know? Very Dark Man himself, his foundation has not said, please donate. He has not asked that. And there are a lot of people who want to see how they can help. People are saying, that thing that happened in Yelwata is bad. How can we help the displaced? People want to help. But how many organizations have come out and say, please, if you want to help, reach out to us. We're going to use your money and get across to those people? None. And here is someone who has said, in as much as we have our own reasons for doubting his credibility, right? But on the flip side, because it won't be so fair to just come to a conclusion. Yes, we have our doubts on his credibility. But on the flip side, he's the only organization so far for me that I've seen that has come out and said, we want to do something collectively about the Benue situation, and we need your support. So if you've been trying to support for Benue, send to us. We are going to do that. And social media has a way of holding people accountable, because they will drag you, they'll follow you up. That money we sent to you, did you use it? So for now that we don't have any other organization coming out to say, send your donations, those of you who want to assist, send your donations, we are going to do that. And he is doing that. Come on.
So you feel because we don't have any other organizations coming out to
let them come out. Let them come. It's better that they are out, and we now decided that okay, it's not, because this one I'm not looking at Kiddwaya. I don't have any sentiment about the personality Kiddwaya, but I'm looking at the act that he's trying. So if we have doubts about him, okay, let's call out for other NGOs. Let them come up that they want to do that, and then because people are good at just talking online. If you see another organization come up today and say, please send your donations, they will fault it as well. So the thing is not about Kiddwaya, in my own opinion. It's about the act. So in as much as there's a credibility issue, that act, if we see another organization that wants to take on that, let them come. And those people criticizing him, they should now donate to that organization. Do you get? So it's not about him. Let's look at the act and stop always criticizing people trying to do something.
All right, let's look at the act and stop always criticizing people who are trying to do something. I'll take some of the comments and get your take on it. Somebody said you can't go from posting in jet to seeking 500 naira for Benue. Do a quiet donation and delete this. Later, thanks. Literally, thanks. That person says. Okay, so you brag about a lot of money on your snap, but make I still drop my 500 naira. All this thing no even reach billion, and you are a billionaire. Onishi Shere, somebody said. But what's your take on that particular comment before we move on?
People have a right to their opinion. So whoever is saying anything has a right to say that, because I also read a comment. Someone said he spent $30,000 on white money's jollof rice. So if you could spend almost 31 million naira, I think that was equivalent on jollof rice, why can't he have something like that to use in supporting? So people are open to their opinion, and so everybody's entitled to their opinion. So I wouldn't validate it or I won't invalidate it. There's a reason for stating that opinion, and I have my own reason for saying, in as much as we doubt his credibility, what are we doing about that action? Someone wants to pool resources to solve a problem. What are we doing about it?
Somebody says your family should sell one of their mansion and send something for the people of Benue State. Your own people, if I am right, Abi, you want to cash in to using this beta event. When it's time to stunt on Nigerians with your craze show of wealth, you and your family have no problem. Now, I would ask you this question, then we probably move on from this conversation. Do you think Kiddwaya could actually go on his own to do something for the people of Benue?
Yes. And I think that's what we should, if we are criticizing him, that's what we should be targeted at. Let him at this point understand that people doubt his credibility. So if people will be more convinced now if they now see him, I'm right here in Benue State and he's doing something. So maybe, every organization has a vision and plans, strategies on how to do something. Maybe there was a strategy on how they want to pull funds to do something big, right? Maybe that's why he's calling, so we don't know that. So at least for now, with this, now let him start something. I think if he starts something, people are in a way say, oh really, so this guy is serious about this thing he said. Okay, let's see what we can do.
Now, on credibility and relating this to young people, now there are lots of young people that have brilliant ideas now, but people doubt their credibility based on maybe how they appear on social media, how they do things. It might be a Gen Z girl or a Gen Z guy, depending on the gender. It doesn't matter. But how do you deal with this credibility issue when people doubt your credibility based on the notion that they've had from what they see you display on social media?
I think it just boils down to the fact that we should be cautious of what we post on social media, because you don't know who is watching and you don't know who would watch or who would see what you posted. And especially when it comes to, there's this craze of fake life among the Gen Zs. Everybody wants to use an iPhone, right? Everybody. It's not bad. I use an iPhone. I use a Samsung, right? So it's not bad.
So you use the two.
Hold on now.
Oh my dear Lord.
Hold on.
It's all right.
So while people, so imagine you now, you are a big man, and you see me using an iPhone, and I'm coming to beg you for money to start.
Imagine I'm a big man actually.
And I'm begging you for money to start a business. And I'm holding a phone worth 1.5 million naira. And I'm saying, sir, please, I need a loan of 500,000. Let me use it and start a business. It questions my credibility as to say I made poor choices as a young person. So, in as much as it's okay, it's not everything we flaunt online. My major point is what we should flaunt online. What you have, if as a young person you have a car, is cool, right? But when you flaunt things online, you create impressions. So are you sure you can live with the impressions you're creating? Because all those impressions are the things that affect our credibility. because from what we post, people form their perception and perspectives about us. So when we want to do anything, they say, no be this one way. So I think it just boils down to you knowing the kind of life you want for yourself and being cautious of the things you post with the intention, you know that thing you're posting, people will judge you. Will judge you by what they see you post. Will judge you by the kind of lifestyle you're living, by the kind of write-ups you send. There are some people who talk and people just this one sorry to use that word. You know, they just zone you, but maybe you're not like that, but you're the one typing it. Some of the memes we share, people come to conclusions without knowing. So I think at the end of the day, we should just be cautious users of social media, and that would in a way make people really authenticate our credibility when they get directly in contact with us than just from a post.